Hi guys, just think about it. Have you ever had the experience that originally you were in a good mood, but then just after you log into the social platform and found that each of your peers around you lived a better life than you, and you would be in a bad mood all of a sudden? Or have you ever suffered the stress from your peers? Actually, I have. Living with my roommate made me feel like my efforts were never enough. Every day, we went back to our dormitory after the night class, and it was already 9:30 p.m. Time was quite limited since we were supposed to go to bed at 10. Honestly, I felt exhausted and I had no other thoughts in my mind except sleep. But when the lights were switched off, my roommate, she just took off her tiny lamp from her bag and covered herself in a quilt. That girl, who was always in the top 3 of our class, was doing extra homework. And that wasn't enough for her. Every day, she got up early at 5 in the morning. Yep, she was studying again. So, driven by her, I just simply joined her. It made me feel so stressed to see that top student always working so hard and never stop to rest. So I started to stay up late and get up early to study. Well, I could feel the intense pressure between us, and we were competing with each other secretly. Whenever I felt sleepy at night, I just turned my head to check if she was still working. Also, when I got up, she did the same. So this is actually the peer pressure around me. Peer pressure is a powerful force that most individuals encounter at some points of their lives, especially during young adulthood. It can influence decisions, behaviors, and even shape one's identity. Peer pressure is a powerful force that we can encounter in the social interactions, especially during the formative years of one's lives. So today, we are going to take a deeper insight into the complex phenomenon of peer pressure and understand its potential impact, ways to navigate through its challenges, and what leads to peer pressure. So first of all, is peer pressure good or bad? From one side, those stress do provide us with a lot of advantages. Positive peer pressure can motivate individuals to strive for excellence, embrace healthy habits, and fit in the society. Surrounding oneself with friends who encourage personal growth, support positive values, and share similar choices can create a supportive and constructive atmosphere. To me, it was truly useful to stay up late and get up early to study. Well, I learned more and I practiced more. Besides, I felt more motivated through those hidden competitions. And a large number of people subscribe to the belief that peer pressure can motivate students to go further, study harder, and achieve higher goals in the end. Well, on the surface, everything looks splendid. Students motivate each other, and everyone can get a wonderful future. Peer pressure seems like a motivation. But from the other side, those unending competitions created by peer pressure are actually where individuals may feel overwhelmed, depressed, or trapped in a cycle of monotony. So from this side, the situation is that the negative effects that peer pressure has brought to us go far beyond than its benefit. Well, under the intense pressure, we tend to be passive. Our thoughts gradually depend on our peers. For example, if you get 90 points in an exam, you may feel happy if the score is higher than your peers, right? But if it is not, you may feel uncomfortable. The score has not changed, but your mood is constantly changing. And your happiness is invisibly mastered by others. And then you start to question yourself whether you are too poor tolerance, and you may hold the belief that your efforts are never enough. This can finally lead to both physical and psychological problems. Just look at me again. I felt burdened since I only got less than 6 hours of sleep a day while competing with my roommate. Well, and after a month, my score didn't change and nothing happened except the dark circles on my face got deeper. I began to fall asleep in class and found it difficult to focus myself on the question for long. It made me feel like what I did were in vain, and no matter how hard I tried, I might never win. I had been in low spirits for a long time. And also, peer pressure also has an influence on our lifestyle choices. With the desire to fit in, to be accepted, and to get in connections with our peers. While facing choices, we probably just make the same choice just as most of our peers did. Although the option may not be that suitable for us, right? So we can't simply judge whether peer pressure is good or bad. And what matters is how we deal with them. And to handle this question, we need to find out the factors contributing to peer pressure first. So what leads to peer pressure? In the academic field, students often face various stress to achieve certain grades. The competitive nature of the educational system can create an atmosphere where the desire for success pushes individuals to work harder. Students often find themselves striving for a high standards of grades, achievements, and success. This could ultimately lead to a sense of burnout, where the joy of learning is overshadowed by the anxiety of being caught up by our peers. And apart from the academic field, society plays a crucial role in affecting students. Like nowadays, teens can easily get access to plenty of social media platforms. And if properly used, those platforms may become motivations. But teens are just teens, right? So most of them may lack critical thinking, and they may find difficulty identifying which information on the internet is right and which one is not. So in this way, they may fall into constant social comparisons, and which will mislead them to a wrong understanding of success and happiness. It will make them always feel a sense of insufficiency. And also, the societal expectations impose a restriction on teens' development. The traditional concept of success is always around specific career paths and academic achievements, leaving quite a little place for teens to decide their future. And everyone fights for those positions which are said to be the good ones. And however, the positions are limited, right? So teens have to bear the stresses to defeat their peers. And now, I think it is much more easier for us to find a solution to this problem. And I think everyone should be responsible for this phenomenon. Teenagers, parents, educators, and the society. Let's just start with ourselves. Remember that, guys. Lying down is allowed. Just give up some of what you have, then continuously competing with your peers. I know that someone may say, hey, what's wrong with you? How dare you encourage teens, future of our nation, to lie down? Oh, come on, just calm down. I mean lie down temporarily, not permanently. Instead of always following the virtues of struggle, endure, and sacrifice to bear the stresses, a temporary lying down is just as a catharsis and an adjustment. And also, we individuals have both aspirations and confusion for the future. So taking a break from the fast-paced life can help us find out what we really want and fight towards that goal. With the specific goal in our mind, we won't be easily lost while being compared with our peers. And additionally, we individuals should understand our own value. Guys, everyone is unique, and different people may have different strengths. Just have a look at what you have, then focusing on what you don't have. And do not be bound by the stereotypes. Not everyone is good at study, that's okay. Maybe you're just good at something else, right? So you don't have to be a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that to be successful. What does success really represent? Your peers cannot define it, and nobody can define it except you. Because it is you who shape your own life. So you can be a sports player, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a freelancer, or a vlogger if you want. And what I want to say is that just follow your heart and do what you want. don't care too much about others. And also, effective communication skills are also vital in resisting peer pressure. The ability to express one's feelings, concerns, and boundaries fosters a sense of empowerment. Establishing honest and open communications with our peers can create an atmosphere where we feel comfortable expressing our true selves without a fear of judgment. And since joint efforts should be made, parents, educators, and the society, they should do something to help teens go through peer pressure. Those experienced individuals from various fields should provide guidance for teenagers in order to help them figure out how to plan for their future. And the schools should add mental health education into daily curriculum, which will equip teens with tools to manage stress. And in conclusion, peer pressure helps shape the experiences and the choices of individuals, especially during the young adulthood. Recognizing the dynamics of peer pressure, understanding its potential impacts, and developing strategies to navigate through its challenges are essential components of our personal growth. And by fostering self-awareness, effective communications, and a supportive social environment, we can not only resist the negative effects of peer pressure, but also harness the positive aspects of the social interactions to foster our personal growth and meaningful connections with our peers. And at the end of my talk, I hope you will find something helpful and maybe you will get through the peer pressure sooner or later. And that's all for today. Thank you.